All right, Craig, I got your car on the lift here and was just kind of doing a general inspection to see what we have. I put the top down. There was actually I saw your instructions, but you also have the official manual, which I just was pretty neat to see. I went ahead and removed this tape so I could see what we're dealing with. This appears to be fiberglass. I have a guy that I use for paint work, a couple of buildings down from me, who's done really good work. I'm going to ask him if he can do this. He's a hot rod guy, so hopefully he's done Corvettes. I'm just going to get his opinion on this. I will want to take this whole piece off to do that. I'll get a quote from him and let you know on that. I can see how that happened now. I guess this, when you don't put the top all the way down, it cracks that. That's unfortunate, but we'll see if we can get those fixed on both sides. Looking at the car, it's a nice car. A couple of things. He said the struts. You can see I have my special tool in place here, so we'll get the struts for that. I have a vacuum on this system, and it's been holding now for about an hour, which is interesting. If it's holding a vacuum, then where is it leaking from? Maybe it's the compressor. Not sure, but I'll leave that overnight and get a better idea of that. This car looks highly original, which I really like. It doesn't look like it's had 16 owners that have done different things. I will ask, though, and I'm not, downgrading or whatever, but did you have work done on this door by any chance? The only reason I ask is the gap isn't the same as the other side, and then I can see where it's rubbed a little bit in here. Not a big deal. I don't know if I can do anything about it, but just wanted to, I guess, know really more than anything. If we're going to do paint work, I really don't like, I don't know if this paint is original, so that's why I was asking about the door. Because if you wanted to fix stuff like this, if they're painting that cover, I guess now would be the time to do it. Don't really want to get into painting anything, though, if this is original paint, because he's probably going to want to blend. So I don't know how much this stuff bothers you, but just thought I would ask. The bumpers, though, are plastic. No one would ever know if you painted them. So if you wanted me to have the bumpers painted, this one's got some chips in it. And then I think your rear bumper had a spot here that I noticed. Could get that taken care of as well. I don't buff people's cars, but I would consider buffing this, because I when I do it, I like to take my time and do a really good job. I just can't really do it on, all the run-of-the-mill cars that come in here. But this is a special car, so I wouldn't mind putting some work into the paint on this car if you really wanted to get it shined up, or maybe you have a guy that does that, or maybe you do it yourself. I'm trying to think of the items on your list. The air conditioning, we're testing. The vacuum, the convertible top, we'll see about getting this repaired. Do you know who makes that convertible top that you bought? I know you said it was aftermarket. I'd be curious to know about that. The odometer, I'm probably just going to have to send in. The fluid changes, I would recommend doing the gearbox fluid as well, if it hasn't ever been done, unless you tell me it was done, 5 years ago or something like that. And the brake fluid, if you want. I don't know if that's been done recently. I didn't see any records. The parasitic draw can be several things. I'm going to go through and pull relays and test for the parasitic draw. Hopefully it's that radio. I noticed there's an amplifier in the front. You tell me what you want me to do. I can, try to get it working or remove it. It's up to you. Also, the climate control unit, believe it or not, has a fan on the back of it. And those climate control units are problematic. In fact, there's a company that rebuilds them with new solid-state components. Something to consider. It is expensive. It's about $1,200, but if that is where your parasitic draw is coming from, you might either you can just live with it or we can send that out and get it fixed. Can't really think of anything else. I was going to ask you, did you put these seats in, or what's where did these come from? They're really comfortable, I will say. I have not driven your car, just so you know. I just sat in them to, I don't know, check out a couple of things on the interior. That's another thing I was going to ask you, and this video is running on forever and ever. I'm sorry, but did you want a new one of these deals? I don't know how pricey they are. I'll have to check that out. And then, did you add this wood grain trim? I'm just curious, just so I know. Let's see here. What else was there? Tires. These are old. They're dated 2016. So they are 9 years old now. I don't see them cracking. They have lots of tread. That's up to you. Porsche people will tell you that they're only good for 5 years. I just have to note that the tires are old. That's it for now. I'm sure I'll come up with other things. The biggest things, though, that are going to take the longest would be like taking this to the body shop. You know, they always say, oh, it'll take, 5 days, and it ends up taking 15. Although my guy's pretty good. He usually turns it around in about 1 to 2 weeks, which I guess is pretty standard. Other little things like these wiper blades don't really look correct. I don't know what goes on this car, but it hanging over the edge here. I don't know if this stuff bothers you, but the Porsche people pick up on that stuff. I can just tell maybe they're not original, but if they work, they work. Don't really see anything else, but haven't really gotten under the car too much. I am glad to see that the AC system is holding a vacuum so far, because chasing leaks is not fun. We're still at 30 PSI on the vacuum. This is the low side we're looking at here. So maybe it is just a compressor. I would like to know where it's leaking from, but hard to tell. So that's it, Craig. I'll if I find more, I'll let you know. I just wanted to make this video, if anything, for reference for myself as well, so I can know where we're at. Thank you. Bye-bye.